In this episode we finish up our time in southern Tonga before sailing to Minerva Reef, which is a beautiful lagoon in the middle of the South Pacific. On arrival in Tongatapu, we anchored at the southeast end of the harbour, and the next day we moved over to the island where Big Mama's is located. Big Mama's was a popular resort but was mostly destroyed by a bad tsunami a few years ago. Happily no one on the island was injured, and since then Big Mama's has been gradually rebuilding. They also run a ferry to and from Nuku'alofa, which took us to the main town to do our domestic clearing and to do some shopping. We had a good walk around town and found great markets, bakeries and a butcher so we could stock up for the next legs towards Minerva Reef and then New Zealand. In total, we spent only 4 days in Tongatapu as our visas were expiring and there was a good weather window to get us to our next stop. But we had a great 2 months exploring Tonga. Each island group is different and well worth a visit. With the advent of reliable navigation systems, Minerva Reef has become a popular stop for yachts. Only 260 nautical miles southwest of Tongatapu, many cruisers go there to wait for a good weather window to sail south on to New Zealand. The forecast indicated that in a couple of days a large windless hole would appear and would last for several days. This seemed like a perfect opportunity to spend several days in Manurva, as we would have just enough wind for the 2-day passage to get us there. We had a nice broad reach for the first 36 hours. Overnight the wind eased and backed, which forced us to head up into the wind. So we shook out a reef and unfurled the full headsail. Both our wind pilot vane gear and autopilot did great work keeping us on course. The initial approach to North Minerva Reef was interesting because the first thing we spotted was the masts of yachts at anchor in the lagoon. Then as we got closer, their hulls and the reefs appeared. The pass is wide and deep, or at least much wider and deeper than many we encountered in the Tuamotu Islands in French Polynesia. There was already about 15 yachts in there already, and we were joined by many more, all waiting for the wind to return for the passage south to New Zealand. We anchored in 14 metres over deep sand in the northeast end of the lagoon. Going in further would have put us amongst coral bommies, and the sand is reputed to be shallow. There are many great snorkeling spots around Minerva Reef. Sadly, our soft-bottom inflatable dinghy and electric outboard limited our options. We'd already broken one propeller on a hidden rock in the Marquesas, and we were only using our last spare. The best spot we visited was the Aquarium. It was small but full of fish and one small shark. The water was crystal clear and the most vivid shade of blue I've seen. One afternoon we hosted a dinghy raft-up for OCC and Friends boats. At least 17 boats were there, and our friend Ralph from the Ocean Cruising Club Yacht Flora brought along his drones, and we got some great shots and footage. It was great meeting new folks and catching up with friends that we'd seen only intermittently whilst crossing the Pacific. Meeting the reportedly stringent New Zealand biosecurity rules required hull cleaning, started with an overall scrub of the hull and appendages. We followed this with a thorough cleaning of through hulls, cockpit drains, the bottom of the keel, the top of the rudder and the bottom, the skeg shoe, the rudder skid gap, the stern tube, shaft and propeller. The propeller was the toughest to clean due to its complex shape and moving parts. Finally, after many sessions, we were satisfied with the state of our hull, and we hoped that the New Zealand authorities would be as well. In all, we spent 5 days at Minerva Reef. The winds were set to return and there was a reasonable window for the 7 to 8 day journey towards New Zealand. But what an amazing place. It was great to relax ahead of what was most likely to be quite a challenging passage. Join us next time when we sail 900 miles and 7 days to New Zealand and arrive in the northern port of Opua. Thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.